Hello everyone, and welcome to the Deepbluerenegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deepbluerenegade, and I'd like to welcome you guys to episode 140. Today is Sunday, July 3rd, 2016, and I'm glad you could join me tonight. It's later than normal, so sorry if the lighting is terrible. It's been a crazy day, but so what is it? I think this is the latest that I have ever recorded a podcast, so we'll just put it at that. But it's a little bit easier to record now than at another time. So I am still working on my hand-spun hitafude. It looks like I can probably finish this row so I can unfurl it for you guys. This is out of Alicia Goes Around, merino silk, or I think it's superfine merino silk. It's awfully squishy. It's like 65% merino, 35% silk, so it's got a lot of drape, and it's very, very soft and lovely. I still have that feeling when working on it that I'm awesome. So this has been, I think, just a really cool project to work on, because I did a good job with the yarn and the sweater is turning out really pretty and all sorts of fun things. So I am doing a variation on the pattern. So the designer had a variation on her page, like for the third hitafude she had made, which did a different variation of the chart. So instead of having just increases in the front, there were increases, the increases were sort of evenly dispersed throughout the sweater. So this means you're sort of going after like a more of a circular style increase instead of slowly but surely adding stitches as you go. You know, like a normal sweater sort of increase where you're just making new ones every row or so. So this one has it be the case where you add 2 stitches to every repeat, which means you don't have to increase as often. And it is turning out really pretty if I can finish this row, because apparently I didn't think about finishing the row before starting the podcast. I was actually working on something else, in a surprise move. Or there's something about coming into this room and realizing that I have some projects up here that only get worked on when I come up here, and it is currently really hot. I didn't check to see what the temperature upstairs was. Last week when I recorded, I think it was 84 or 86 up here, so if I was sweaty, even the fan can't help that. I do have it set up now where whenever I turn on the light in the room, the fan also comes on at full power, because it's necessary. We don't actually turn the AC on we don't turn the AC on in the upstairs because it isn't our normal living space, so that saves some money for when the AC or the electricity bill comes in. So I just come for brief visits to this room and not spend super duper long time. It does make the blocking go really fast. So this is where I am. I don't remember how far I was last week, but I was probably maybe 1 repeat in last week, and so now I've gotten a couple more in. And it's slowly increasing. I'm getting ready to do another every repeat increase. And you could look at the chart. She actually has the chart for this out in the open. So, hitafude sweater. Really gorgeous. And that's not too far off color-wise maybe a little bit more vibrant. So this comes to about my waist now. I was debating whether or not I wanted to do the all-over increase a little bit earlier, so after 3 repeats, but decided that I could wait for the 4th. Haven't weighed my yarn. That would also probably be a smart thing to do, but it is certainly smaller now. I'm getting to a darker purple section, and but it's still pretty good size skein. There's probably 3 or 4 ounces, somewhere between 3 to 4 ounces left in this. So I'm coming towards the end of the purple, but I still have a lot of blue, then the teal, then the dark green again. So there is still quite a lot of yarn to go, and I'm going to try to make it as long as possible. So certainly not there yet on the length, but much closer on the length. So that was cool. So this is coming along. I've been putting up pictures of me taking artful pictures in bathrooms. Because, yeah, that seems to be the best way to capture the sweater and make sure that everything's turning out okay. But it definitely, I would say, what is it? It comes to a little bit past my elbow. I was hoping for a little bit longer, but, and it's not going to black out because the 3-needle bind off is quite firm. But it seems to be turning out. I don't think it's going to really cover this way. So it'll just be sort of floofy and loose, but not necessarily something that's going to wrap around. And that's fine. It's better than having the sweaters where you sort of perch them and then they come off anyways. So this one, it's not even pretending. And so that's that. What I did finish was my little cardigan pulls. So I now have 3. I sat down to record and then realized I hadn't made it yet, so the knitting is done now. The rest of this is weaving in ends and sewing stuff on and attaching buttons, so I figured that was the end of the knitting. So I'll sort of use the tails to somehow attach everything on these. And so I have 2 longer ones and 1 shorter one, and the shorter one will go where my waist is, and it's really pretty subtly shorter than the other guys, so that shouldn't be too bad. But those need to be sewn on, but I finished it like right before I recorded because it was like, crap, I haven't done that yet. And I might actually bring the sweater down so I actually finish it. I have some weaving in of ends for my other shawls as well, which is why I haven't taken like FO pictures of them yet. So I really just need to get that over with, you know. It needs to happen. The other thing is I did start something new. I'm not sure whether or not that was a good idea, but I did. So I started the Color Affection. Did I call it the Stripe Study last week? I might have called it the Stripe Study last week, but that was a lie. It's the Color Affection. So this is a lot of garter squishiness. I tried to start it at knit night, and I totally grabbed the wrong needle. I wanted 5s, and I grabbed 2.5s, and 2.5s was the size for the lace weight version, but it was the wrong size for the fingering weight version. So I think they called for like 6s for the fingering weight version, but I tend to like a more dense fabric anyways, so this has the garter squish, but isn't like too holy. I don't know. You guys can see some of the holes, I think. So I'm a loose knitter, so I tend to choose to go on the lighter end anyways. I'm not quite following the pattern. I realized this morning and was a little bit frustrated because I had mostly completed this section when I'd realized it, and I've concluded that I don't care right now. So it will result in the shawl maybe being slightly more shallow. It seems like there's an awful lot of the numbers seem sort of squishy right now. I might need to sit down and do a little division and multiplication to figure out what's what, but I'm using them more as guidelines, so I'm actually going to increase out to the stitch count for the lace size, and then I'll launch into the second color. And the nice thing about the second color is that it isn't, what would it be? So this section that I'm in has asymmetric increases, and I'm doing too many asymmetric increases. The next section has symmetric increases, but at that point the shawl has already been, its base is already asymmetric, so it changes slightly. And then the third section is, would it be sort of built sideways off of the other one, so that one I think tends to be a little bit squishy as well. So I'm using Wollmeise lace in Lavendel, La Jetane, and Sundigen Verkt. And because I'm using Wollmeise and what it calls for is like fingering, and the yardages that are called for in the lace are well within the yardages for Wollmeise, I'm gonna make it big. So this is going to be a ridiculous purple shawl of great purpleness, and I'm looking forward to getting to the next section. I put the marker in to help me remember my overly fast asymmetric increases. Oh, that was what I wanted to say. Symmetrical is a word. Asymmetrical is not a word. Asymmetric is a word. So this is a asymmetric shawl. None of this Cal nonsense. Well, maybe that'll be the episode title. Because life is full of nonsense. So, it has been enjoyable to be knitting with this, and I don't know if I've ever made a garter thing with Wollmeise before. I have. Don't mind me. But it definitely has good garter squish to it. I don't think I've made a garter thing with fingering weight before. So, that's pretty cool. And really, I don't have anything else to say on this, so maybe I should put it down. So, let's see if I can show all of the colors all at once. Aha! So, Lavendel, La Jetane, La Jetane, no, that's Sundigen Verkt, and this one is La Jetane. That's why I need the screen up at all times, because otherwise, who knows what I'm pointing at. So, the next one up is La Jetane, and the Lavendel will be used throughout. So, that's going to be the purple that ties it all together. Cool. So, that is all the knitting. On the spinning front, I have been monogamous. It's true to fleece. Yay! And I've decided that things get done when you work on them. So I have been working on this. Will the singles be done this week? Who knows? I'd like for the singles to be done. Maybe I'll be working on it tomorrow since I don't have any work or job things to do. I'll probably be doing a lot of cleaning because I'm hosting a party, but So I am one hanky into blues on this. Let's see if I can convince it to focus here. Focus. Whatever. It just won't show. But this is, I'm more than halfway done now. It's coming together. I definitely do not have as much blue as I have green. As in, I should have equal amounts of blue and green as I'm spinning it, and it appears I'm probably going to run out of green, or sorry, run out of blue. But I could be surprised. Who knows? It is annoying to spin. I would rather not be spinning it, but it's sort of fleece, so spin every day, make it happen. So that's what I'm doing. Is once I get this off, then I need to probably switch my attention to the fiber optic and get that done, but that'll be pleasurable. That'll be nice. It spins lovely. And then I'll be breaking into the Shoshone. So the colors are totally wrong. This is way prettier in real life, FYI. So I think I'm gonna chain fly this and probably put on a fast flyer and spin it thin, and should be fun. I've heard good things about the fin, so I'm looking forward to that. But I have an awful lot I need to get caught up on spinning wise, so the sooner I get through this, the better. And I have all sorts of other pretty fibers that I intend to spin in my bin, and I just need to get this one over with. Apparently, silk hankies was a mistake. Never making that mistake again. Only buying silk top. Ever again. And I think that's everything I wanted to say about that. And then once I have all the singles done, fly it together, tons of yardage for stash. It'll be great. That's probably also the same goes for the sweater that is on the chair behind me. That needs to go downstairs so I finish it, and it'll be lovely. I need to finish some things, and it'll be great. So perhaps it was a mistake to start the color fraction because I should be focusing on the Hitafude, but whatever. What I've been doing to keep myself sort of focused is doing a repeat, so a whole pattern repeat of Hitafude and then putting it down and then spinning the rest of the time. And then I needed an in the dark project, and so that is why the color affection got started, because I could just use the marker and figure out where I was, which was incorrect, but I thought it was correct. That's what I get for not reading the directions all the way. There was not a 2-row repeat. Oh, silliness. So, as such, I really hope I can finish this week, but I'm not sure, because it takes a long time to go through a color progression. But it would be really awesome if I could. Oh, that reminds me. So, I will not be recording next week. As I've said, life is crazy. Life probably became more crazy before it becomes less crazy. So I'll have to figure something out, because yeah, I'm gonna actually be finding a time to record is gonna be a little bit challenging. So this will probably mean I record in a exotic destination. probably not recording next week. Should be able to record the week after that. And then all sorts of craziness occurs. We'll figure something out from there. This probably means that it's going to be a little bit less productive spinning-wise, unless I start a new spindle project, which I'm a little bit scared of right now. Or I need to, what would it be? Or I need to start something a little bit different. Like, take one of the luxury fibers and put that on my Jenkins spindle and go to town. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. There's an awful lot I intend to do, and it's been a little bit challenging making it all fit in, you know what I mean? So, I'll figure something out. But, looking bad for recording next week, and probably based on how much I'm not going to be in the country, I'll probably have to do some recording out of the country, so that's just the way it's going to be. Super duper excited about it. It was the case where I was scheduling my vacation for August, and then discovered I had way more vacation than I thought, and so this has resulted in a trip to Germany. So, tickets are bought. It's gonna be really exciting. But the cheapest way to do it was to fly Friday and return like the next whatever. So it's gonna be like 11 days. Awesome. Very cool. But that's bad for podcasting, because that was like weekend of her podcasting and weekend for podcasting are both going to be, probably me being in a plane, so, or in a different country, so I'll have to figure something out. I think there's an opportunity to record in the middle of that, and I think I'll take that, so, shouldn't be too bad. I'll be bringing my computer, I can throw my webcam in, no big deal, so, we'll see. Perhaps I'll find some pretty place to record in Frankfurt, who knows. Or maybe it's Stuttgart, I'm not sure. It's a surprise! I'm still trying to figure out if there's a way to work in visiting the Wollmeise store, but I think the husband might be on to me. And it'd be the case where he has time off before he has to work, and he has time off after he has to work, and both of those times where he is off is times when the Wollmeise store is open, and it's 3 hours and 40 minutes away, so that's sort of far. That's like far enough where you sort of have to go crazy pants if you went there and bought things, so that's the vague plan. It would have been a lot easier had he not, if he was working and busy, be like, oh, I'm gonna take the car. See you later, honey. But if he's not working, like, he'd probably go with me, and then there just wouldn't be as much craziness, so. And I want to have a good enabling buddy, so. It's definitely helpful to have an enabling buddy, so. Oh. So that's the story there, so. I will be recording, let's pull up the calendar. We can be quantitative about this. Let's say that I will be recording the 16th, and after that it's getting a little shaky, so. Such is life. Hopefully, maybe by the 16th I'll be done with this. See, that's encouraging. Or if I need to throw the other silk into my bag and ply it all by, I don't know, we'll figure something out. I will. It'll be fine. So, I think that's everything for this week. I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I look forward to talking again in 2 weeks, so take care, guys. Bye-bye.